We are back. I want to thank you for pulling up on the corner Convo. This is episode 90. Is that right? 90? That's crazy. Yeah. Let me let you know where you at all times, though. You know, when you pull up on the corner, man, we got some familiar faces, man, and some unfamiliar faces, but it's going down today. Y'all got to forgive me if I'm off my game.
A corner like thousands of others across the country. It's the place to go if you want to be seen, and to a lot of folks, it's the information center of the neighborhood.
Our job is to spark somebody else watching us. We might not be the ones, but let's not be selfish, and because we're not going to change the world, let's not talk about how we should.
Mug is in the bag, and the bag is the bass, and the bass never change. It's a groove. As soon as you hear that groove, I know I got you.
My name is A-M-O-N. Say what you want, just spell my name right. You heard?
I'm one of the baddest motherfuckers of all time. One of the best singers, one of the best looking motherfuckers you've ever seen. Hold my drink, bitch.
I got something for you. I've been working for you. I've been working hard. That's all I wanted to do. And I'm getting emotional doing it.
Next up. Hey, man, I told you I'm on bullshit today, man. Next up, my boy AD in the building.
I'm about to be on some real murder shit, hey. I'm telling you, man. Any nigga that ever looked at me wrong owes me money or ever said any jealous bullshit about me is fucking dead. You understand what the fuck I'm saying? Hey, they're fucking dead,
I do.
Time you got to do certain shit.
Next up, man, we have a repeat offender. The Bills report is in the building. You know, it's good to have this guy around, man. Let me find his shit. I told you I'm off my game right now. Hold on. Here we go.
Hate your black skin. Hate your black pants. I hate black pepper.
The Bills report is in the building, man. You know, I heard that in a long time. That's what's up. You know, and we have a special guest this afternoon. We got my boy Noise in the building. What up? You know, pleasure, brother. Thank you for pulling up. Thank you for pulling up, man. The reason I call Noise, man, Noise has his own film company. He's like a walking, talking. What's my man's name? Out in Atlanta.
Don't say Tyler Perry, bro.
In the sense of hip hop. Okay. In the sense of hip hop. All right.
Fam, he got to make distinctions there.
Yeah. You know, he's worked with Ashanti, Rick Ross.
Hopefully, you getting them bad to level.
You know, but no. Thank you for pulling up, man. This is all impromptu. I saw the man was here, man. He comes in town. He never calls me.
Come on, that's a smart move.
Yeah, you know, it's stupid.
Because you don't get off the phone.
Yeah, no. I don't want to talk you to death. I just want to know
what.
I don't. Unless I'm off a few, you know.
Okay,
that can happen. That can happen.
All right, bad.
You know, but he never calls when he's in town. I just happen to scroll down my town. Like, oh, this brother's in town. He's working. All right, let me see if he can come through. Now he'll call me if he needs something. He'll call me if he needs something. If he wants to use the crib, you know what I mean, as a for a video shot, you know what I mean. He'll call, right? But we're about.
Y'all just gonna let him go?
We're about.
You got it.
We are about 5 years in, and we supposed to, you know, kick it for my birthday, the Long Islands. You know, I don't know what's going on.
I do owe you some Long Island.
Yeah, just pay me at this point. Fuck.
I do owe you some Long Island.
This is episode 90, right?
Yeah, episode 90, man.
What number? What the numbers?
Julius Peppers. That's all I got for you. That's all I got for you.
90?
Yeah.
I got Julius Peppers. I'm stuck.
See, I had to go to hip hop because I knew we was off our game a little bit last week. We said that Public Enemy came out in '89, and it's actually '90. Fear of a Black Planet. Ice Cube, America's Most Wanted. LL's Mama Said Knock You Out. You know, well, a few of the albums that came out. Pretty much 90 shit. 1990.
90. Okay.
1990, bro. That's some dope ass shit though.
Also, I got another correction, man. Shout out to Kende and him being the African genes, but he fucks up a lot. He said that Lupe was from out south, and I'm like, no. He's from out west.
Kid, right?
He off Madison and the Holman, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I was gonna bleep it out and edit this shit, but I was like, nah, fuck it. I want to see if somebody else gonna catch.
Hey, he's shooting while you ain't here, Kende.
Yeah, shots fired. Shots fired. That's what you get for not being here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, true shit though. True shit.
But how was y'all week, man? Where we at with it? How was your week, Kurt? Let's start with you.
Man, it's a grind, like I say, education. So, assistant principal, suspension rates has went up.
Yes.
Like, no. It's not by choice, man. Like I really try to keep them in the building, but it's hard, you know. So like managing that, and then at the same time, just that life balance, when stuff get kind of chaotic at home, and I still got school age kids. Just got to take a breath and balance out, So but outside of that, like it's been solid, man. It's been a solid week for me.
Well, I appreciate you pulling up, man.
No doubt,
absolutely. It's always a blessing,
and I appreciate the invites whenever they gonna come. I'm taking them.
Okay, man. I worked. I guess it's more than a week, but I worked 12 straight days. You know what I'm saying?
That's
amazing. That doesn't happen.
Can we clap it up?
12 straight days, man.
That boy be talking about I'm going on Tuesday
every day. Some overtime in there. I thought I was supposed to be off yesterday, but I ended up working a side gig. When I get into grind mode, I stay in grind mode, just go get the bag, and do all this shit. But interesting thing at work happened, man. I didn't go through the whole spiel, but we had to deal with a lady who was having an episode. What kind of episode I ain't gonna say, but she called me all kind of names, right? But the one that hurt the most was she called me a nasty Dominican. I'm like, where the fuck you get that from? You nasty Dominican motherfucker. I say, oh, all right, But hey, but it get crazy though.
Hola, Miguel.
Right. So you nasty Dominican. She was off her shit. She said, officer, can I ask you a question? I say, no, I don't speak English. I don't speak Dominican.
You
This is the killer part, Joe.
That's super petty.
I know, right?
That's just Spanish.
I don't speak Dominican. Joe, but then she the look on her face was like this, bro. She said she was legit disappointed that I told her I don't speak Dominican in English. Like, what you missing here? You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go let you be and do your thing, you know what I'm saying? But after that, I had a side gig yesterday. Yesterday was the St. Patty's Day party. Everybody, all the Irish folks out here doing their thing, bro. I have never been accosted by so many Kens and Karens in my fucking life, bro.
Accosted?
You know what I'm saying? It was one of them. I was okay with one Karen. Yeah, she was all right. Karen, you was all right, Karen. You had the white man in there mad at me because you was flirting and shit. You was a little handsy, but
handsy.
Just a little handsy. I allow that shit though.
Flag on the plate.
Was she in the uniform? She had on leggings?
Hell no, she was in all this green, and them dudes' eyes was green with jealousy. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I'm here, bro, looking at all you ugly motherfuckers. No offense, but once you sat down, you became ugly, Joe. That's all I had. But then it makes me sad too because Kanye ain't here. And that motherfucker ugly as hell too.
He's definitely ugly. He's definitely ugly. He's a new kind of ugly too, man. Clear,
that was the week.
Beige ass little boy.
Y'all the same color though.
No, man, I'm caramel, man.
Okay, all right, bet.
Didn't we have this conversation?
We did.
We colorized this whole show one day. You know what I'm saying? What about you, brother?
Noise, what's up with you, brother?
Oh, I'm tired.
That's the best word.
I flew in, do a couple gigs, man. I got caught on Instagram.
False.
Thanks.
That's the only reason why you know I'm here. Because somebody posted something on the gram. But no, I was trying to stay under the radar a little bit, man. I ain't slept in like 2-3 days, man, working on.
Oh, damn.
Working day and night, shooting, and most shooting. Got to shoot today, got to shoot tomorrow. Got to go to L.A. tomorrow.
Flex.
Yeah, super flex. Can you talk? I need you talking to the mic, man. Act like you've been here before, man.
Tomorrow to L.A.
Okay.
Right? And then I got to fly to New York.
We got to pull the mic closer, bro. If we can.
I will do that. And then I got to fly to New York day after that. So it's I got to.
You sound booked and busy, brother.
Yeah, this ain't the booked and busy that you really want, though.
Okay.
Just the unhealthy booked and busy.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
do you have an assistant to help you with all this shit? Or you still,
That's why it's unhealthy.
Yeah.
Ain't no assistant.
Damn. Okay. Well, you got an LLC and your checks are coming in. There's no reason for you not to have an assistant, bro. I can help you with that.
You can help me with.
Yeah.
We'll have you want to be?
Yeah.
That was his flex.
Yeah.
you ain't cut from that cloth.
No, I'm gonna quit everything I'm doing to come help you. What are you talking about? Fuck. If that's gonna get me closer to Ashanti, I'm with it.
That boy is serious.
That's commitment right there.
That's
I'm
crazy.
about to call you.
Please do, man.
Put you on the flight.
Please do, brother. Before we move on,
make sure
man.
it's Spirit though. Give him a Spirit flight.
It ain't just Spirit no more. It's Spirit and Spirit combined with somebody.
They did?
Yeah.
Who would do that?
No, Spirit and somebody merged.
Spirit and Soul Plane. Might as well be the same shit.
Keep it a buck. Spirit and somebody combined. They're talking about a merger. Yeah, they combined, bro.
It wasn't Southwest? Was it Southwest?
Nah,
I like Southwest, though.
I'm bogus because I can't recall it, but Spirit merged. They're in the process of merging or just completed a merge.
That's interesting.
I have Google on my 5G.
Let me go ahead and run this ad, man. Let's get to it.
Bro, like I ain't want to.
Shout out to Dion, man. Food insecurity and hunger is projected to affect millions of Chicago residents this year. Deion's Chicago Dream is fighting food issues throughout Chicagoland. With its Dream Deliveries program, the Dream Team is stabilizing access and quality. To learn more and donate, visit www.DeionsChicagoDream.com or search at Deion's Chicago Dream on all social media platforms. Again, that's www.DeionsChicagoDream.com or search at Deion's Chicago Dream, again with an S, on all social media platforms. Feed families, create community, and fuel hope.
Shout out.
Shout out to Deion, man. Deion, man.
Good work.
Hey, so fuck it. Let's get right into the shits, man. We're going to run through these quick hits. Did everybody watch the Kanye West doc?
No. Nope.
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay, I figured you would. It doesn't surprise me on the end there.
Yeah, I don't watch TV like that, man.
What did you take from the doc? What did you?
Man, a lot, man. That was like 6-7 hours worth of information.
Yeah. They broke it up in
never
parts.
watch this shit now.
There's a lot to take from it, man. I mean, a lot of it, if you're from Chicago, you kind of like knew already, and there was pieces of it that kind of been laid out along the way in different, like, smaller stories. Mm-hmm. But to be able to see it all together, especially the stuff with his mother, it was inspirational, man. It was. I'll tell you one thing I got from it was that for people who are in the industry or want to be in the industry or want to be artists in any way, shape, form, or fashion, not just music, that's a great, when you look at that and you see how many people didn't necessarily see what he saw early on, you kind of discover that don't nobody know what the fuck they talking about.
Facts.
Nobody.
I can see that.
Executives and all.
Yeah, I'm talking. They completely played him when he went in the Rockefeller office.
Yeah, and even still, some people that were saying that were there. That was like the 6-7 time he had done that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Which is, I get that. It's like after you heard it a few times, and somebody come in rapping the same song a cappella over and over, you might just be like, all right, whatever, nigga. Right? I can understand that, right? But at the same time, though, what he was rapping to you a cappella, like, went platinum, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, even if you did hear it for the 7th time and you didn't react, no matter who you were, if you were, a receptionist or a Dame Dash, if you didn't hear it the way we heard it the first time, like what that tells me is, don't nobody know what they talking about, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody that passed on it, everybody that heard him was like, this all right, or it don't fit into what's
you're trying to
out
do
right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's like if you want to be called, and I'm not talking about Kanye, I'm saying the people who are execs and in those positions of power, is like they want to be called like geniuses and regarded as like, the moguls and whatnot. But if you only picking the talent that mirrors what's already out at the time,
you ain't a genius.
I can do that. You can do that. Yeah. Anybody on the street can listen to what's on the radio and what's popping and then find a duplicate.
Right.
If you was a genius, you'll be able to see beyond the curve.
Got it.
So if you was a genius, you would have saw Kanye at the beginning, first 2-3 days, and been like, this is what's next. You get what I'm saying?
No, I totally get it.
So who jumped out the window first with the... See, okay, yeah, I completely agree. I ain't no but to it. I completely agree, but I'm just curious to who said, all right, let me put this first guy here that's finna mumble rap. Who was that bold? For real, on some real shit. Because this shit caught on, it blew the fuck up. And all the kids walk around mumbling. They was text mumbling. You know what I'm saying? Mumble talking like I do. And mumble rapping.
But I think that's what he was, it kind of leads to that. Like if there's a void, then you need to fill the void with something. I think when Kanye came in, there was no void in hip hop. He was just
different.
As a matter of fact,
you get what I'm saying? So
like we as a community in terms of hip hop was like making a lot of money. This is like right after Shiny Suits.
Yeah.
Right after Puffy, they were making.
He still got his coat.
It's $500,000, $700,000
before you
video.
Before you were trying to do a pop hit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This dude wanted to make a hit. You know what I'm saying? So like I think that's where like it's I give him the genius part to it. You know what I'm saying? And like I
Ye?
Yeah, for Ye.
Yeah.
Because like that's what I was saying too. No, I'm just saying like in general when someone presses their thought and their process behind it. Because like I remember that was it All Falls Now was like a spoken word piece.
No, that was a song.
No, what I'm saying, we had it as a
it wasn't always a song, and then he did that.
But like the setup of it, how he took the arrangement of it, but to make it that, like, how many people can rearrange their song and present it, and you
as spoken word? I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? So he had it like that. You know, like that. That is different. You know what I'm saying? That's different. I'm gonna. That was the only thing I would want to watch it for. To get back to that, like, is I want to see the connections. Like, I think everybody kind of know the backdrop of stores. Like, if you're from Chicago, you get a little bit, but like, where were those connections? You know what I'm saying? When he left this office and that office, and you know, like how a lot of times, you know, like his Chappelle connection. Like, I think the early Chappelle shows, it was like the first time I really heard and saw dudes in some of those early Chappelle shows. You know what I'm saying? Right. So like, he had crazy connections, and I think that would be probably the one thing I would want to see. Yeah, that he really grind. You know, he put the foot to the pedal and made himself relevant.
I love the fact that he gave his man. You know what I mean? He didn't want no parts of the doc. Like, y'all could take this check. They got $30 million. Right. You know what I'm saying? That was dope. Shit. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Cootie and Chike. You know what I'm saying?
He just in addition to that though, got to give Raucus and them credit.
Yeah.
Because
Raucus
Records. Everybody at Raucus, and I ain't gonna say everybody at Raucus. Like, I know people.
Those that matter, okay.
But you know what I'm saying? Most and Talib was like on them and hype and all of that out the gate.
Right.
Like all the way out the gate, and they ain't really have no reason to be being from New York. You know what I'm saying? They ain't have to co-sign that. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't really have nothing that was popping at that time.
I thank y'all brothers, man, because now I'm finna go have a conversation about this documentary like I watched it. I'm finna take every single word y'all said. That's like a fucking genius.
Well, my question would be,
I didn't watch it either. I've been looking at it like, do I want to commit to just sitting and grinding with it? Like,
it's like an hour and a half every episode. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna play do you have the patience to wait fucking 20 years for $30 million? Are we on that?
I was going to say something about that. Did he owe these guys that money?
That's a lot of that's a hell of a return.
Nah.
Some people said, well, I heard a conversation maybe you and Dave Jeff was having, or was it Kenda and Dave Jeff, and Dave kind of brought that part about, was it Chike or whatever, or one of them guys, about how he told him, hey, man, I like what you do, but I need hype Williams for this.
Yeah. For the Jesus Walks.
All the work that man did for that shit, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, dude, kept throwing something a little back, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, I
didn't watch it. I'm still stealing people's ideas.
If you believe in what you're doing, are you doing it for the bag, or you doing it because that's what you believe in doing? So like, at the end of the day, 30 mil on 20 years, it may sound crazy, but like, that's a hell of a return.
Give me some money,
It
is.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? And if they really went at it, it was like, you know what, nobody know what the hell he was going to be 20 years ago.
Right, except him.
Well, do y'all care?
He felt he was, but that's it.
I mean, at the end of the day, man, shout out to them, man. Good job. You know what I mean?
I mean, you catch your bag. Any bag anybody catch,
you got to remember that after the first video, like, they were, when you see it, you know what I'm saying, they got work after the first.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And
it wasn't like they were just sitting around doing nothing.
They turned that into a lot. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Documentaries, ESPN stuff, they turned it into a lot.
Sometimes this check might mean more to them than them other checks, though.
Yeah. Do we care that Scarface
absolutely
just made 25?
Absolutely.
Without a doubt.
That's my favorite Scarface album.
I knew. Take off,
no
man.
bullshit.
Take off.
Untouchable.
That's a favorite one?
Untouchable was flawless to me.
Yeah, Untouchable. Yeah, for Face, that's probably my favorite.
And this is why I hate when people disrespect his catalog, bro. Face got a catalog that can match anybody's, and he stopped putting out consistent work, solo consistent projects a while ago. Even though he still do some, but he had to get the Ghetto Boys work. Ghetto Boys albums and Scarface album, dog. You know, so you got the Fix, you got Made, you got all these albums. But 1996, 97, man. So 97, I went to school every day playing that album and rode home every day playing that album, bro. From the intro to Untouchable to the end with Dr. Dre and Ice Cube feature. You know, had the Young Devin, the dude on there, bro.
So that's a classic. Is that a classic
to me, it is. I think it'll never get labeled classic, but to me it is, bro.
Wow.
If you're a fan, you definitely are gonna rock with that. You're gonna run with that. Like Baji said, you go to 96, 97, like, you really could play that joint from beginning to end. Bro, like, are you pulling out these tracks that everybody going, oh yeah, no, but like, when you were in that moment,
yeah,
you beginning to end. You know what I'm saying? And like, he got a joint with, as Baji said every time, he got a joint with the GOAT.
The GOAT, bro.
Okay.
This is Optimus.
Like, man, I'm it's crazy. Like Scarface.
So no skips is what y'all saying.
I don't have any skips on there.
You can. I just think now it's gonna be what you hear. But like in '97, I don't think you skip it. Okay. But like now, you can still get 4 or 5 tracks off that boy that you gonna sit here and nod your head to.
Untouchable, like, Southside, Money Makes the World Go
Round. Mary Jane.
Don't Want Your Money, Mary Jane, Smile.
Yeah, Smile. Yeah, like you figure you go from like 6 to 10, and you can go from 6 to 10 straight.
All right. Speaking of smile, I gotta holler at Danny Boy, man. Get Danny Boy on the show, man. I'm reaching out to you, brother. Don't worry about it. Yeah. You got Danny?
No, he was talking with my people family. He's talking my nephew funeral.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Good people.
Okay, that's what's up. All right, the other dumb shit that I just saw, right? I saw the internet, right? Your Facebooks, your IGs, your Twitters, up in a roar about Brian. Is his name Coogler?
Ryan Coogler.
Ryan Coogler.
You call him Brian?
Yeah, because he's a
Coogler.
he did the dumb.
They call him a cougar.
Pure disrespect.
No, I'm sad, bro. Like
he did it. Pure disrespect.
I apologize. All right, what
He's earned some stripes, bro. He's done his thing.
He did Black Panther. Great.
Black
all right, what's
Panther,
next?
Creed.
What's next?
He got another that was a top 5. He's done some.
He worked on Black Panther too, which is gonna break box offices as well.
Yeah, not after this dumb shit he just did. So the man goes into the bank. He goes into the bank.
This why I ain't passed police test, bro.
No. Hold on.
Okay, come on. Come on.
And for the record, I did pass. Okay, let's not do that. All right, don't do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Another time. Boss.
Yeah. So anyway,
what happened there?
All right. It's a lawsuit. I can't talk about it.
Okay. All right.
You know that.
Hey man, just take this right here. You go, bro.
Anyway.
Here you go. Here you go.
So basically, he go in the bank, man. In my opinion, he tried to rob the bank, right? Because what black man goes in there, glasses, hat, and a ski mask on, and writes a note and gives it to the teller and say, "Be discreet." What?
Said a ski mask?
No, I don't know.
A mask on.
Regular mask on.
I know that.
You can't get a man a ski mask, bro.
Fam, that's what it looks like, fam. So wait.
I really want you to hurry up.
The world is in the upward trying to make it a black thing. Oh, this is what happens when you're black. No, this is what happens when you're fucking stupid, right? If you wanted to take out $12,000, call the bank and say, "I'm coming."
No.
Go to a actual banker and have him go get your bread. Don't come in there, motherfucker, with a mask on, glasses, and a hat.
Who do you
and
know
write
that does that, bro?
no. Bank robbers. What you mean?
Who gives an ID to rob somebody? He gave him his ID
and debit card.
And his debit card. He gave him the card for everything. Like I'm identifying who I am in the bank.
Nah, I'm not with it. I'm not with it.
That's fine because you gave him a ski mask too.
So did you hear what he said? He was like, he said because
he gave him a ski mask, bro.
So because he in Atlanta, he was saying this. He was like,
"Take you serious." I can't even say this.
Dude, only like you talking about he trying to rob the joint. Do you hear what he said? He was like, when they put his money through the machine,
it makes a lot of noise.
It's like everybody's never ends, dude at the window. So now he's like, shit, I don't want to walk out there. I'm walking out with a bag.
Everybody has seen that before.
Yeah,
or been the person.
But he's saying like, shit, I don't want to walk out not knowing who.
Of course. And
this dude thinking, oh, he gonna rob the joint.
I get it.
With ID.
Be discreet.
Hey, did you hit a 911 call?
Yeah, she's a goofy.
Yeah,
she's a goofy.
Well, no, what she did, but she didn't even listen to her manager. Her manager's like, just talk to him. You know what I'm saying?
She was like, no. But this is my problem.
You hear her say what? You hear what she said? I didn't even look at his name. I was so shook.
That's so stupid.
What?
Yeah, see, that's black on black crime right there, man. Because it's so stupid. But this is my problem. Being 18 years in the game of law enforcement, I've never been. A lot of these officers y'all see on TV and the news that get in trouble, I've never been that guy because I've always been in touch with who the fuck I am and where the fuck I am, my roots, where the fuck I come from. Bro, to watch the body cams of these cops, dog, nobody did any kind of preliminary investigation when they walked to the bank. Hey, man, how are you? All I was, hey, buddy, come here.
They locked up the people in the car. They sitting outside. That meant squad car.
Right, that's too wrong to me, but they did no investigation. And in my opinion, when somebody don't call my name, I don't fucking look. You got to say a Bossy or a Thompson for me to look, goddammit. So when they say, hey, buddy, and he looked, to me, you damn near cooked yourself right there. But them officers came and said, hey, man, look here. Can we talk to you for a second? He could have said, what's going on? What if he said, hey, man, look here. We here because I always explain myself to people when I have to talk to them. Everybody in the world knows me, that know what I do for a living. I don't want to do no work at work.
Facts.
No work at work, bro. You will catch a break and a blessing every time you see me. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a dead body, keys, and car on fire. You got to have keys and truck, bro, for me to pull you over. That's still a 50 chance. You know what I'm saying? So, man, look here. Hey, I'm so-and-so. Hey, man, we got a call about you might be trying to rob a bank. Then the situation would have played itself out just like that, bro. Y'all want to have lunch. You could have took a pic and posted on Twitter or Instagram with Ryan Coogler. You know what I'm saying? And been decent about it, bro. But, you know, shorty, some people don't know how to act under pressure. And she was one of them. She was one of them, bro, and all she knew was protocol, and sometimes certain amounts of money give you red flags. But when he gave you his ID, his bank card, and he didn't look like he had a weapon, he didn't say, hey, be quiet when you do all this or say my name. He didn't do anything that bank robbers do unless you're in a fucking movie.
Besides look like a bank robber.
No, it's called, you wear a mask because of COVID. You know what I'm saying? And why he has shades on?
There's no mandates.
Identity.
There's no mandates in Atlanta.
What you mean?
They ain't wore masks throughout the whole COVID shit anyway.
When he can though. If he wants to wear a mask, he can.
He came in to rob. He came to rob BOA.
We are in a period. What's wrong with mask optional, bro?
This dude must have. Did you hit your foot?
Hey, bro. This motherfucker called me last night, right? And I swear to God, now I was tired from working all day. I don't know what the fuck his deal was. When he was talking to me, so it was a 3-second pause between every single word. I said, man, you don't take your motherfucking ass to bed, man.
He's still sleeping.
Well, let me ask you this, Abase. Okay.
No, sir.
So your girl Lightfoot, she's basically
Big
putting.
Glory?
Yeah, she's putting.
What you just called Big Dick Glory? She said she had the biggest dick in Chicago. She said that.
She's boosting security on CTA. So they got a lot of Kung Fu Joes that are going to be on the platform, as well as uniform officers. No bullshit. Uniform officers, Kung Fu Joes, and undercovers. How do you feel about that?
This is my problem with that shit, though, bro. First of all, it's stupid, bro.
That is, bro. She said we're going to have karate trains.
When a woman tells you she got a big dick, bro, just do what the fuck she say. Because she has issues. She has some issues going on, man. Right. But look at this. Like, the forces they adding, not the police, they putting counterterrorism units on the train. Bro, that's not what the fuck they... Yes. Counterterrorism, which means we got no terrorism going on in Chicago if they got time to do all this shit. But the security guards they're adding are not armed. Why would you want to secure anything in Chicago? I love my city. Love my city to death. No pun intended. Love my city to death. But why would you secure anything unarmed? I'm not taking that fucking job unless I'm on Skid Row, bro.
And they only paying about $13, $15 an hour.
My wife had to die for that.
So just putting bodies.
Yeah.
Just people.
That's it, bro.
Just people.
And
nothing.
The average criminal does not care about the law.
They can get robbed too.
So what do you think they care about?
The average criminal cares. The above average criminal doesn't.
Really? No, I don't think so.
I think the average criminal...
you don't know dirt like
Kurt, I think the average criminal... In Chicago, bro, the average criminal is aged out, bro. It's these young motherfuckers that don't make good choices out here doing most of the shit now.
But this is different.
Right.
That's different.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, that's just like... That's different. Like, but...
A 30-year-old criminal ain't finna go do that dumb shit. But the last homicide we saw on the L was a young 16-year-old who had flashed some money on IG. This was just like last week, too. Shit was so disgusting, man. I hated to see it, bro. He came up the red line by Chicago and State, down there. You could see a man hide behind a pole on the pod camera. He came up, hit the corner. My man gunned him down, period. But the dude was on his phone before he gunned Shorty down. 5 seconds later, 2 dudes come upstairs, no hesitation. Run through his pockets, take his phone. One dude try to take his shoes. The other one's like, nah, leave his shoes alone. Police get there. Now, the pod cameras see all this. You have the ability to rewind these cameras and see what's going on. These dumbass police never rewind the camera to look at anything, to see how suspicious that shit looked. The whole time these 2 dudes that came up was going through his pockets was on scene while the police was there, breaking down the tape, acting all distraught. Oh, man, they killed our boy. Fam, they found some work on Buddy, which was probably what Buddy was doing that was looking for and shit. But that's just an example of the brazenness that's going on in these L stops. You gonna put some unarmed motherfuckers down there to do what? Zero.
To get your ass whooped. That's it. That's all that's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. Kurt, this is in your lane, man. I gotta talk to you about this, man. In Illinois, they're pushing to hire more black teachers. Now, I didn't realize there was a real... I haven't been in school in 20-some-odd years, right? But...
What? I school you every podcast. I school y'all ass, bro.
Yeah, this is true. Fuck out of here.
Thank you.
What do you think? Is it a real shortage of black teachers in schools at this point?
I mean, it's just not Illinois. It won't just be Chicago. It's going to be it's a shortage of black teachers across the country. But when you think in major metropolitan areas, because I hate using the word urban, it's just cold,
trash,
black.
Right?
Yeah.
But that's just the case. But the profession of a teacher isn't the attractive job anymore.
Nope.
So it's difficult to say you can retain and you can pay people at a position where a lot of people don't want it. And those that do want it, it's the struggle for them to be on the book qualified or certified to be able to do it. So like we can talk about the educational gaps. We can talk about the gaps between, black students and their counterparts, Latino, Asian, or whatever. But there is power in seeing individuals like you that teach you,
Absolutely.
Right. So like the hard part is, and I've had this conversation.
Pause.
True. The difficult part is,
thank you,
is that having this conversation with numerous people is like, what are you going to do? You know, like the mandate in Illinois is so hard for someone. Like they come up with all these programs in different ways for you to be certified, but they still give you 1,006 things to go through to get through those hoops. You know, being in the school, I've worked on the South Side. I've been in different schools in Chicago. You know, from the North Side, South Side, Western suburbs, all around. Right. There's a lot of people in the building that are not certified teachers that do better at teaching than the certified teachers do.
Connection is important.
So the relationship building part, is there a shortage? Yes. Is there a shortage of skilled or available blacks to be in those classrooms? There isn't. Because there are a lot of parents. There are a lot of guys or women that get pushed into other positions or other areas. Like the overwhelming amount of young ladies that are in daycares don't get the opportunity to go into a classroom. You know what I'm saying? Right. Outside of a daycare facility. You know what I'm saying? And not to knock a daycare, but like a lot of those young ladies and men that at times have the ability to go inside of the classroom and be successful, but what they have to go through is going to be what makes it hard to retain them. And again, because the attraction of a job, of the job, being a teacher, is just is hard everywhere. No matter where you at, is it
because they don't pay enough, or is just the job?
I don't think it's a pay. I think everybody goes into a job because you have a passion to do it, and I think there are teachers that, especially in larger cities, if you become tenured, you get a bump, you get a bonus, you get a lot of that. So there are a lot of teachers collecting checks. Yeah, there are a lot of teachers that are trying to wait their way out in retirement in a major metropolitan area. Yeah, and I think some people can live comfortably doing that. Like I said, again, it's not the sexy job, or it's not this job that comes with some weight, that level of gravitas that it had when we were like, people wanted to say they wanted to be a teacher or something, like when we were coming up. Well, like not anymore. That's not the case.
Well, see, I like that point. You said something very, very important. So I'm gonna take the noise real quick. So he kept it inside the classroom for the most part. Is there a shortage of teachers teaching our kids in these communities? Teachers be the OGs, the old heads, the people that need to be examples, because like he said, you only want to do something if you see somebody like you doing it. The relatability is important, you know what I'm saying? So is there a reason why? Or can you see why so many shorties seem to be running wild? Is because of their lack of role model teachers in these neighborhoods and our communities?
Man,
that's a loaded one.
That's such a loaded question, man. Like I got a bunch of my aunts all teach. They come from a family of teachers.
I'm a child educator, right? Me too.
Yeah, and a couple of my best friends are teachers as well, South and West Side, and it seems to be mostly about resources more so than it is about representation to some degree,
right?
And that's not to. It's a multi-pronged attack. You know what I mean? So it's not to say that one thing isn't important, but I think that resources is more important at the moment.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like keeping kids interested in anything except outside or the streets would benefit us all greatly.
Right.
The whole conversation that we just had about public transportation is partly due to what we're talking about now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like how it all, interconnects. So it's like the resources is a bigger piece, but absolutely having representation allows our kids to be able to see, mirrors of themselves doing everything from teaching to, arts to sciences to, whatever. And also seeing that you can succeed.
And what you do with that.
You know what I'm saying? In those things, as opposed to, quick whatever on the internet.
Microwave high,
Yeah, what they see in their hands on a daily basis. So I think resources is because we were shutting down schools and you can't just like overlook that and just put a bunch of black people in there. You can't put a bunch of us in rooms and then not give us no bread to do nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like resources, then representation to me. You know what I mean? But if you reverse the order, I wouldn't argue with you.
Okay.
Well,
and I think and just to add clear to that, and I think from being in that position, like a lot of times a lot of places lost resources because they were poorly used.
Yes.
True.
So but the term, we need more resources. Then a lot of times you put unqualified people in position to utilize those resources.
And that's what I mean by like it's interconnected.
So it falls apart. So even when you shut down the schools, the number of teachers that were present weren't the people that look like us. You know what I'm saying? So like it is that slippery slope, super loaded question. And like when the resources is not like to say the outlet, because a person is a resource.
That's true.
If the individual
I always say that.
If the individual
shit, bro.
has that passion and that drive and that determination to do without a degree or not, this is just that person that can walk in a room and bring 30 kids together.
Absolutely.
Pay them $5 more an hour.
Yeah.
Add whatever you can get. If it's limited resources, that person's going to maximize whatever you can get. It's like anything else. Like our kids are a hell of an investment, and you can get a greater return.
Invest in children, bro. Invest in
so
children.
we can ask for everything that suburban areas got. We can ask for everything that lily white communities got. But what we got is us, and that's the part that makes it difficult when they talk about retaining and we're going to make it easy. Like no, like this has been an ongoing conversation since 25 years ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think in the Midwest, Chicago guy probably lead the Midwest and teachers on strikes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I understand that.
So like it's such a crazy argument, debate to have because
Noise. Can you or would you be willing to put some curriculum together to teach what you do in your industry?
I have when I was here. I did some programs, and that's what I mean by the resources. Is not just like. And I'm not saying that you're saying this.
No, I get your point. Like I said, it's interconnected.
It's definitely not just a matter of throwing money at a wall. You know what I mean? But when I did that, when I was doing those programs, right, it was an after school thing and it was a weekend thing. Okay. So it's kind of like you need money to do like we can have the bodies between 7 and 3 or 8 to 3 or whatever the case may be, but you still got to give us some resources to do more than just babysit between 8 and 3 though. You know what I mean? Because if we just have the bodies that are interested. Right, and maintaining our culture and keeping our kids up to date and keeping them, you know what I mean, being able to compete with suburban kids, right? Right. It's still a matter of in those 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, right? When they leave, your competition is the Chicago streets.
Yeah, and it's very entertaining out there.
Now you might be able to bring those kids together and y'all have a great time during the day because you're a great teacher, right? But without anything after 2 or 3, you're not going to get all of them.
No, you're not.
You're right. You're not going to get all. This ain't a movie. Nope. You're not going to get all of them. Right?
This ain't a movie.
So in those other time periods when ain't nothing going on, right? And
what then, right?
Right, and little kids is
robbing
iPhones on the train, doing whatever. They not even career criminals. They just doing what's fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
To them.
Why was you still in shit in high school, Mr. Criminal?
Me?
Yeah, miscreant. I'm phoning them. Talk to me.
Stealing with my go-to.
Okay, that what
stealing on you, right? But stealing with my go-to.
Don't answer that man, dog.
I'm on bullshit.
You are the career criminal.
At the end of the day, that's what I'm saying. Where am I at though?
Right.
I'm currently sitting in a space where I can tell every kid that I talk to, I sat in your seat.
Right.
So no matter how they feel about me, there's something that's gonna connect. Even if I gotta suspend you tomorrow, or you gotta come to my office, or I gotta sit in the class with you. Like at a point, you gonna go. Me and dude actually connect. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Like
if you could touch that kid that you connect with. And then get him.
Yeah.
That might be different from
that's way out the box.
That might be a different one. But no. Wait, when you connect with them kids, right? If you connect with them kids, right, and then find out what they're interested in, right? Mm-hmm. Now, from 8 to 3, what they're interested in is not available. What do? You got to be able to give them something else.
A way they can dig it.
You know what I'm saying?
So what I've done when I was in the classroom when I was a teacher, if there was something that I know I could connect that kid to after school hours, I would incorporate it through my day to just build as many opportunities. Like anything that a kid does or anything that anybody does, you want to give them at bats. I want to give you as many opportunities, as many swings as possible.
Right.
The more swings you take, the better your percentage in chances.
Maybe, yeah.
So like that's the only thing I can do. Like, so I know I can't connect you to this after school program.
You miss all the shots you don't shoot.
In the middle of my class, hey, we're going to talk about X, Y, and Z. Or we're going to relate this topic to this subject and let me hear what everybody got to say. Oh, Johnny, we were talking about X, Y, Z. Why don't you tell them this? So like now I bring
engagement
him into the middle of the class and now he becomes what he does, he becomes a peer leader. So now he's developing a skill set he may not even know that he had. Or he may be finding his voice. Or if it's one of our young ladies and it's something that they're super passionate about, but they so shy or reserved that they don't get a chance to, but I can support them in the classroom, but they may not get that support outside. So it's just that.
I'm gonna wrap it up in a second, though.
That's the tough part. That's the hard part.
And the reason I speak on that so heavy is because being a director, right, and then being in hip hop, I work with a lot of kids too,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like who we kids, 20-year-olds,
right.
You know what I mean? And when I hear their stories, like I shoot with Herb. G Herb.
Yeah. Shout out to G Herb.
Flex. And his friends, and when I talk to him or his friends and I hear backstories, right? Like, it's always a matter of people getting lost outside.
Facts.
And not having enough to do. So that's why I'm so heavy on the resources thing. Because I see the result. And then some of those kids end up being fake career criminals. You know what I mean? Because that's the easy thing to do. Not because it's like that's always what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like, of course I was a bright kid. I was, honor roll student, blah, blah, blah. It was easier to reach me in the classroom for a good teacher.
Got it.
I'm not concerned about the me's of the world, though. I'm concerned about the one that's going to try and steal purses.
Right.
And that's on the fence.
Though.
I'm not talking about the kids who are B students and they like, you know what I mean? I'm talking about the kids that go home
that are
and
friends,
don't have
kids.
nothing.
Yeah.
Because there's so many of those that get lost in the mix. And this is what happens. Like, for me, when I look at those kids, it's like once they get to be like 18, 19, 20-something, I feel like from a resources standpoint, they lost causes. We just don't have enough resources to give to them and help kids learn how to read that at 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, we just don't have it. So it's like, who do you give it to when you got limited resources? Who you give it to?
This could go in the whole.
It could go in the law.
Man, we in a space. You got 4 black men, all professional, who got experiences in something. And like before I get to Bossy, it's like this. I was an honor roll student as well.
Was you?
Boy, you crazy.
I'm fucking with you.
Smart. You smart.
Super smart.
I was in architecture.
Yeah, for sure. I love drafting.
So you're still doing T-squares. Like, you wasn't using all of the tools that you use inside.
I was going upside niggas' heads with T-square.
Come on, man.
When?
But what it is
when did that happen?
You can't be at DeVry. We're not doing this with a mom. We're not doing this with a mom. All right?
I'm on bullshit.
The dude had a hat that had little bit on it. There's no
about that. You remember that shit?
That's terrible.
Hey, look. No bullshit. Look. He was the first motherfucker I ran to that day, right? It was like 8:08. I was late for class.
I was always late.
Yeah.
So
Catch him in the hallway. He like, bro, that shit hot. Little bitch. I just laughed and like, all right, man, I really want to sit on you, but I don't want to smoke, so I'm going to keep it moving.
You know what's crazy, though?
Go ahead.
What noise?
Let me get his thought. Let me finish that thought.
No, what I'm saying is that balance of being a good student, but having the exposure to things in certain neighborhoods. I don't know, man.
Why are you sweating, boy? You know what?
Glad I didn't wear a sweater.
Yeah.
No, I think it's that balance. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get a kid that may be engaged, and like you said, the teacher may not be able to engage you because you're bright or you were always asking questions.
No, I'm just saying I was easier.
No, I'm just saying easier to get to compared to the kid that may have been in the same space as you aptitude-wise, but just didn't receive it because of his circumstances around him. And it may not have always been dire, but just as a child, we got to look at that. And then the only reason why I say I would like this conversation, not to say be tabled, but I have to look at the parents. Because as an educator, that's the one thing I'll say too. Your biggest resources come from home. Man. And your biggest outlets should come from home. Right. And if you don't get the resources and outlets from the people you see every day, you can't blame that teacher for the 8 hours that they got your kid. Or you can't blame the community who doesn't put something in place for your kid for those 4 hours. Now, I'm not saying that it's not a benefit, it's not a plus, it's not something that we shouldn't be putting on the table. But
no, that boy's he's podding now.
That's that added piece to teaching, is that parental part. Because that's an exhausting thing for a teacher. Like, any teacher will tell you when they get home, they have been a parent to however many kids they teach that day.
I hear it all the time.
Yeah. You know, like, you come home, you can't take your towel, shoes off before you dozing because it's like the energy is gone. You know, so like
it's a thankless job, bro.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I think we can all know where we can see where the benefits would go, but it's still that one underlying piece is that those things that we don't see, don't hear before they hit the streets. You hit the house.
You know what?
I agree. I completely agree.
Kind of what Noise was saying, you know, when he said, you know, kids get lost at a certain age out here. I've long said, you know, understood that urban communities, black neighborhoods, a lot of them that are disenfranchised, disinvested into, they are America's lost and found for people. No bullshit. Because people get lost in the hood. The streets swallow them up, pause. The streets, you know what I'm saying, just devour them, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, and more times than we want to acknowledge, but some people actually find themselves because of leaders of men like ourselves, examples they may see, you know, that have them redirect their life and get it together, you know, and we wonder why so many kids want to be athletes or entertainers, because that's what they identify with. That's what they see most of the time, and people that look like them doing these things, you know what I'm saying? 18% of the Illinois teaching population is, as they want to put it, colored. Okay, which I hate that word. You know, they said that shit though. They said that shit, bro. They said that shit.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And 52% of the students are colored. If you want to put it like that. So you see the fucking disparity, right? You don't see anything that looks like you in front of you. So why would you want to do that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like I think everybody's experience isn't our experience. I had a lot of black teachers. I had 2 black parents that were teachers. You know what I'm saying? And one was a principal, so I knew how you can go in that system, man. But, you know, I got nothing else to add to that because y'all really said it all. But, you know, it's just important we keep giving examples to the generations after us to be something better than what we were and something better than they see on the sidelines. We want them to see people that's in the game playing and winning, not just on the fucking sidelines.
That's right. True. Well, let's take it out to Englewood, man. Shout out to Go Green, all right, the fresh market. Only fresh food and no fucking flaming hots in Englewood at this motherfucking store. What's up. Love it, right? That shit is super dope.
Yeah, I'm okay on that. It's different, man, because that's fine. You want fresh options there and all this shit. But I looked at who owns this.
And no bulletproof glass.
Yeah, fuck that shit. Who owns it? Who runs it? You know what I'm saying? They got a manager. Last name is Jeters. I didn't look at his ethnicity. I didn't want to know. But there's still, and I looked up the race. It was Arab. You know what I'm saying? Arab owned, Arab ran. So it's still Arab. So hold on 1 second, bro. It's still Arab shit ran in the hood.
I get what he said.
You see what I'm saying?
I thought it was ran by a non-profit.
You said what?
I thought it was ran by a black non-for-profit.
Okay, well, who's running that store, though?
You mean who's working in the store?
Rami Hashishibi.
No, that's not his name, man.
Okay, you know I come with fast. That's why I don't argue with Kende. I never argued with the other guy I was on the show. I didn't. So I do my fucking homophobe and do anything else, bro. I may pronounce it a little bit wrong, but I know he's not black. He's not black in a black community. So
first of all, stop bucking your eyes when you're talking, bro.
Man, you make duck lips. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? True story real quick. The guy I go get my dick pills from. You know what I'm saying? He has had several storefronts. Fuck y'all that. This is a real thing. I come to steal, kill, and destroy the box. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? He told me how. I said, man, you keep getting these stores and these businesses. He said he just opened up his wealth of knowledge. I had to fix that sentence for me. You know what I'm saying? Of how he keeps doing this. Because he has a store on Madison. He has a store on Western. He has a store on 79th and College. Now he's out in Berkeley. I'm like, how you keep doing this? Dog, they come here, they get a loan for properties that aren't used, and all they have to do is fix it up to a certain degree, and the city gives them credit for their property, and they can take money out, and they don't even have to finish paying for the property they even bought, allegedly. And they can keep moving and moving and moving, and they can pass it on. You know what I'm saying? But my problem with that Go Green is, I guess it's not a problem, but it's an issue. My concern is it's still non-black owned in a black neighborhood, and I guess it's not disinvestment, but it's still not helping us benefit us, period. Except not having flaming hots and bulletproof glass. You don't fuck about that shit.
Okay.
So
I mean,
dick pills.
Nailed it.
Yeah, he was cooking.
With the nonprofit portion of it, like anything that you put in the neighborhood, it has to meet a need. And a lot of the nonprofits are going to have either the ends or the policies that they would need to meet a need in a certain area. So like Bossy's saying, yeah, it's going to be a fresh food market, but it's not a black owned and funded market. So it can be ran due to what they need to provide for the neighborhood. And that's what finding clarity on what that nonprofit's part is. They can provide, job training or give, 2 kids a job. Right. It's different things that can tie the nonprofit into that entity, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's directly servicing the entire community as far as that every dollar is going back into the community more so than they're providing something to the community, which is 2 totally different things.
Well, technically, it's called Inner City Muslim Action Network, so IMAN, or IMAN, if I don't pronounce it right. So Yeah.
So to his point,
I'm
mean
fucking with you, bro.
It has the support from individuals from the Middle East.
So shout out to my Muslim brothers, man. You know what I mean? That's all I got for you. You know?
That's all I got.
Hey, man, also in Chicago, man, shout out to Simeon, man. You know, let's talk this basketball shit, man.
They just got smacked, though. Didn't they lose?
No, they just won to go down to Super Sectionals down in
That might have. I'm not sure, bro.
I thought they lost.
No, they won. They just won up here to go downstate.
Did the first game happen? I swear they lost.
I don't know if the first game happened yet.
Upset.
Let's look it up.
It's 5-0.
The power of Google.
Right. But shout out to their starting point guard, man.
Griff's son?
Mike Griff's son, man. Jaden out there getting busy.
Boy, that boy got ball control.
That boy nice with the rock, bro. I'm talking about nice. And Mike Griff was cold though.
All the hours Mike poured into him, bro.
You know Griff, don't you know? It's from went to West. Yeah. Griff has some shit.
Yeah, he was nice.
Where did you go? High school?
Who you looking at?
You.
I'm talking about you, dog. I went to St. Mel. I went to school in Jersey.
Oh, St. Mel. Who did y'all have at that time? That was nice. Y'all had
St. Mel.
Y'all had one that was
had like two guys that came out of that. They had
at the time,
had a nice guard.
That was my freshman, sophomore year. 90.
I had to be what? 96, 98?
Bakari was nice.
Bakari? Nah, that ain't the name I'm thinking about though. I can't think of his name.
You don't say they lost yet though.
No, hell no. I don't think they played yet.
Yeah, don't say they lost yet, bro. So I mean, 4 days ago they beat Bennett or some shit like that and went downstate with Whitney Young and somebody else. So and Kenwood.
Okay.
They still alive.
Okay. Also,
Google be fucking people up sometimes.
What's the date on it?
4 days ago, bro. 4 days ago. Yeah.
So also, man, we actually talked about this before. Lusia Harris, the only woman to actually be drafted in the NBA. There's a documentary out that's
actually I hit the recap with the link for it for you. Because
you did.
You said you would bust her ass, and
I definitely will. Look, first of all, let me be
very. You're a foot shorter than her.
49, 20, and 16.
You're a foot shorter.
She'll give you that, bro.
You're a foot shorter.
Let me be very fucking clear.
You're a foot shorter.
There's no woman that's gonna kill me
except Candace Parker.
What?
Period.
Except Cynthia Cooper. Except Shamika Holmes.
Cynthia Cooper. I'm killing Cynthia Cooper. What the fuck?
She beating you right now, bro.
Bro, stop playing with me.
This age.
My baby girl is senior, about to graduate.
Bro, I ain't gonna ask you, bro.
My baby gonna make you sweat. You gonna be in that boy huffing and puffing.
My dad said something so cold one day.
Make you sweat.
So we was all pretty much ball players, you know what I'm saying? My dad played me one year and he beat me. I think it was like 16. He said, son, the last time I'm playing you. I said, why? I need my revenge. He said,
because he knew it was happening. He knew it was coming.
He was gonna be over. Right. He know it. He would play us once a year. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he like that's it.
But you going out on no L.
Right, at all.
He leave out on the hot.
Hey, the moral of the story is, Amon, knock it off, bro.
Yeah. So anyway, man.
Knock it off.
So this documentary, I believe it was only streamed on what website was that? You remember?
Zulu.
No, it was
Bootleg Hulu.
It was limited because New York. Is it New York Times cut it?
Exactly, it was New York Times. It was New York Times.
That's what Shaq supported it. So
Shaq and Steph have now gotten behind it,
so they can move it to more platforms.
A bigger platform. Yeah.
You watch the WNBA? A little bit.
You actually watch a WNBA game? Like you will?
They can hoop, bro.
Yeah, I've been to them. Yeah.
Okay, no, that's what's up.
Okay. Wow. Let's have an intervention with him, bro.
You are for real bad, though.
He is terrible, man.
Just asking, bro. I've never turned on the television and watched the whole quarter of a WNBA game.
Fundamentally, they're better.
They are.
So ain't no cold WNBA players?
For sure it is. I told you Don Staley is my favorite.
They can't beat you.
Yeah,
no, Don Staley probably give me work. I'll fuck with her. Her handle was crazy, bro. Her handle was crazy.
Probably give you work.
Probably. Like,
hey, she's so good. She coaching women to national championships now.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, she shared her title. She gave the net to like every black female coach she could find. Right. Hey, y'all take some of this net. We all winning.
That was a cold ass story though, man. How she got the piece of the net and how she passed it on.
Yeah, she like cut down their championship net and just kept sending it out like so.
Yep.
Amon, we not gonna lie, bro. You not.
Your cross heads.
You may get a buck.
Twin heads ain't gonna work, bro. That's a big move. Twin heads.
The last thing you want to do is talk that much shit and then get put in the post by a woman.
Right. No, big fact.
I'm hacking quick drops.
I'm hacking the shit out of her. What you mean, man?
You ever seen Liz Cambridge?
Yeah.
She fucking you up, bro.
She's 7'2", bro.
She gonna pose on Instagram after she give you 100
She's
points.
7'2".
Listen, Amon.
Joe,
This ain't 20 years ago.
I ain't gonna
average a quadruple double on you, bro.
It's all good, man.
Let's keep it in the ballpark of reality.
I'm gonna move on. All right, now shout out. Shout
You
out
should never stop there. Really.
Shout out to Mo Williams, man. We always talk about these HBCUs. So now he's the head coach at Jackson State. You know what I mean?
They got Deion and Mo, huh?
Yeah, I love what's going on in these HBCU spaces, man. We talked about it a lot. Hopefully, these players will continue to go to these schools and continue to make noise because, again, we forget that we were not allowed in the Big 10, the Big 12, right? We had to play at HBCUs to even be noticed, and we're talking not too long ago. We're in the 50s, 60s, right? And then what was it? Maybe 1970. You know what I mean? Or maybe a little before that, but
a little bit before that.
Before they started letting, they wouldn't even. You could only start one black. You know what I'm saying? Like that's some crazy shit, bro. So it's like, why do we continuously go to these Power 10 schools, these Power 5 schools, when they have a history of being fucking racist?
You know why they go.
Visibility.
The same reason if you would have got an offer to go to any Big Ten school,
I'm there. Yeah, I'm there.
He was going.
Yeah, I get
it. But I give Mo Williams credit because he was actually at Alabama State first, so he was already at HBCU. So he was putting his feet on the ground. You know, so I don't think he was doing it to jump into. I'm on the HBCU bandwagon. It's like, no, I got an opportunity to be a head coach, so I'm gonna go run with it. You know what I'm saying? And more of those guys that get that opportunity because they leave a prominent Division I school or they leave the professional ranks, going back to HBCUs. If you got to take an assistant coach job, and I think that's the one thing that has been the issue is that most athletes won't humble themselves to be assistants or work themselves to that spot. And I'm not saying everybody, but I think a lot of times that's where you got to start. You got to start somewhere before you get that job, and everybody's not going to come in with the Deion Sanders cachet. Right. But 14-year vet who
was a famer, though.
Right. Well, think about it like this too, Kurt. I'm not sure. It is that. It's absolutely what you said. But also, I got to give these athletes some grace because when you have to play a sport your entire life and then make the professional level, that's a grind every day, all year for the ones that want to be great. It's a grind. So you wonder why Deion waited so long to become a coach at Jackson State. Mo Williams, it was a while before he became a coach at Alabama State and Jackson State. You got to give your body time to rest, man. You got to put yourself back together mentally and physically before you go ahead and give back to the game, which you've benefited from for so long. You know what I'm saying? I think after a while, a lot of these players just become, disinterested in certain aspects of the game. And teaching is, you a teacher, it's not easy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Especially and you got a classroom of 30, and think about a coach, you're going to coach 12 to 15 kids every year. I can't even really get into it, bro. But it's like, I give them grace, but I hope that keeps happening, man, and therefore just build up these HBCUs and the platform.
Not for it to come across in a disparaging way, but there still comes this level of humility to earn a position.
Facts.
Because even if you're a star, if you were the top so and so, I gotta step behind another person out and learn in a space I've never been in before. If no matter, Jordan's not great when it comes to basketball outside of playing basketball.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the truth. He's the greatest there.
He just got good at dressing himself.
Yeah, or that. But there's a lot of them. Jerry West wasn't great at it. He was the logo. Matt, outside of Bird and a few other guys, it's hard to really stay at the top of a game when you've been at the top of the game. So I think when I say humbling, is you got to step back and I got to work my way behind the person who may not have been in the same spot as me. I've always said, a lot of the best coaches were the ones that were not the greatest athletes. When I look at football, I look at more football in college. I look at a Lou Holtz and a Bobby Bowden. Them dudes ain't scored no touchdowns, but they can coach the hell out of a team.
Got it.
It's just a question we done, bro.
Well, actually, I think Noise can speak to this. You went to an HBCU.
Well, I was going to ask him a different question, but go ahead.
So,
no, fam.
Huh?
No, fam.
Fam, you was not a HBCU?
How you ain't writing nothing down?
I'm saying, what do you mean? I know you. Do you? I thought I did. Fuck. So you mean tell me?
Boy, I'm a hurricane, fam.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm in the same state. Pardon me.
Man.
Pardon the body, man. Pardon the body.
Chill with the disrespect.
You say you in the same state?
Chill with the disrespect.
You from the north end to the southern end of the state? You think we're from Tallahassee to Miami?
You know what?
He just knows
it's a geography class.
I don't know why I thought FAMU. My bad. Okay, all right, look. No disrespect to the Hurricanes, all right? What was that?
Went from Tallahassee.
What was that experience like? Okay, let's talk about it. I want to talk to you for a minute. What was that experience like? Just the college, leaving Chicago, being out there. And
it was amazing, man. I mean, obviously, it's a long story, but me going down there was, I just wanted to go far away from here.
Yeah.
And I almost went to Michigan. Michigan gave me a full ride.
And what?
Huh?
And what? Like, I'm saying, what type of scholarship? I mean, you went.
Academic.
Okay.
Engineering. Right?
It sounded so dismissive the way you said it, though, man.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I mean, you know.
But when you said that, I could have. I got a full ride to Morehouse.
Dope.
I could have went to at least 3 or 4 HBC. Hampton. But it was a matter, for me, it was a matter of getting away from here.
Helps you grow.
And at the time, as an 18-year-old, I felt like going to at the time now, so don't crucify me for this, but going into a white institution was more representative of what the world was going to be like afterwards.
That was kind of like that, yeah.
And I also went to a mostly white prep school in Jersey, right? Boarding school. Mm-hmm. So when I was in that space, I got a little spoiled because they kind of have everything.
You know, Carlton off what Fresh Prince.
even crazier than that. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
So in that space, it was like I got used to those things. Now I was a huge fan of Hampton. My mother's best friend's husband was the head coach at Hampton. Okay. So I would always go to Hampton for spring break when I was in high school.
I know it was lit.
I wear a book bag and act like I was in school. You know what I'm saying? Just to hang around the girls and whatnot. Like,
yeah.
I'm every bit of 15. Trying to look like an 18-year-old.
You ain't smashed nothing?
Of course not.
Oh, fuck.
Of course not. I mean, I'm thinking I look like them.
If he did, he wouldn't tell.
I'm thinking I'm a Hillman, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's going on in my brain, you know what I'm saying? No, you cool. But no, getting down to Miami was it was a great experience in the sense that, like, right at the time we was coming off sanctions in football. Mm-hmm. So
y'all stayed on sanctions in Miami.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ.
At the time, it was like the school wasn't as popular. So I got down there, and it was like empty dorm rooms.
Wow.
Right? We started winning the following year. Edrin James, like everybody you can name, right?
When Devin Hester,
yeah.
We talking about Devin Hester.
You were there from 97 through 2002 group.
Yeah, when we won.
Yeah.
Like, the best
football team in college football. Yeah,
that was my guy.
That's why he got saucy when I said FAMU. I apologize.
Exactly.
That's saucy. That's a violation.
Right, my bad. Right.
But no, it was. Are you asking me what my experience was just in terms of just college in general?
Yeah, college in general. Coming from Chicago, how many people from Chicago?
This is a very different environment, man. Like if you ever been down to Miami or Southern Florida or Florida in general, because it's not really. It's the South. But Miami is different because it's like it's got this Caribbean flavor to it. It's got
absolutely,
you know what I'm saying, this whole Cuban flavor.
BBL's to death now. No bullshit.
You know what I'm saying? Like all of that is like just in the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy.
How the fuck did you graduate? I would have been so unfocused.
I mean, I was a little bit, but the thing is, when I went to my prep school, prepared me for college.
Right.
When I went to prep school, it was organized like college. You get up, you go to class if you feel like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I fucked up at.
Or you can not and fail out, just like college. You know what I'm saying? Okay. It wasn't getting like jumping on a bus and going to school like it was in the city. You know what I'm saying?
So how did you get into the industry that you're in now, as far as videography and your business and your
Let me ask him one question before that, bro. One quick question. We start off with us talking about coaching. You know what I'm saying? And somebody always has to follow in somebody else's footsteps. If we're talking about Popovich, he got a coaching tree, you know, yay long, all around NBA. You've been in the industry, director. Could you coach your protege? How would you find your protege or somebody to follow and teach and fulfill what you want done? You may not be able to get done in your lifetime. May you live a long time. Let's say that, okay?
Right.
So everybody wants to have their legacy continue somehow if the work is that good. You know, how would you find somebody to choose your protege and how would you coach them up? You think that would be easy?
No, it's definitely not. What I have learned in doing this is, you know, you get a bunch of offers for, like, you know, people that want to intern under you, want a PA, and, you know, just like what he's talking about.
Right.
Only I wouldn't never hire him, but you know what I mean? Like, you get a lot of that.
You know, he said wouldn't never.
Yeah,
you ain't got a shot.
You can't afford me. How about that shit?
Smart move. But in that space, though, it's kind of like there's some people, like, when we did it, and you was around for most of this, when we were building our studio, I started in music as an engineer, right?
Okay.
And in recording, I was recording this artist named Marvo.
Shout out to Marvel.
Still one of my favorite artists, right? And we were recording one of his songs one day, and I just had the idea for the video. I punched into the booth while he was rapping it, and I was like, yo, if you ever shoot the video for it, it should be like this. And he was just kind of like, yo, that's dope. If I could find the money for it, would you do it? I ain't even on the camera at the time. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Right. But, you know what I mean, as a creative that loves challenges, I was just like, of course. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I just knew that I was going to do it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, that's a whole long story, but that's kind of like what got me into doing film. And I had another guy who had just reached out to me like a month before that, who was a director / cinematographer. And he was like, I want to be down with y'all movement. And I remember, this is MySpace. And I remember him hitting me with that message like, oh, he has a camera already. And he had shot something for Mike Taylor. You know Mike Taylor. Yep. I was like, yo, my mans want to shoot something. I got the idea, I can direct, but I don't have a camera, don't know how to shoot. This is when I first started. He was like, yo, I got you. So he brought the camera in.
It had to be humble. You had to be humble to say that, though. Tell somebody that shit.
Yeah, I had no choice. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, bro.
So
yeah.
I had no choice.
He had the vision.
You know what I'm saying? I had the vision with no camera. You know what I'm saying? I spent all my money on recording equipment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at that point, it was like we came together, we did that. And because Vo was kind of like the rapper's rapper in the city, like everybody from Twista to Shonda, like everybody knew him because he was good. So when his video came out, this is like 2007, right? Beginning of YouTube. YouTube had just came out the year before that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So at the time, it's kind of like everybody's seeing that you can create your own videos and it's real. As opposed, like we grew up on MTV and
BET and all that
stuff.
BET Uncut.
So that was still in everybody's mind. So not everybody was trying to shoot a music video because they just thought it was something that was unattainable. So when I shot for him, and it looked like it was something that you could have because he was a normal guy, like you can see him
at the store,
right? Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
Then people started reaching out, like, "Yo, do that for me."
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? And then that was the beginning of my...
That's cold.
That's dope. You know what I'm saying? Getting in the film. But to answer your question, having been in it for as long as I have and having a reputation, and I told that piece of the story to make this part clear, is that like I started from nothing, the ground.
Drake stole that song from you.
You know what I'm saying?
Start from the bottom.
Right. Nobody... like, I kind of figured it out along the way, right? Yep. So when I meet kids who want to get into it, like, first, I kind of like see what their creative spirit is. Is it a matter of you just got all of these ideas in your head and you're trying to get them out? Or is it you see that other people are making money doing it and you just want to be popular?
Yeah. For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. So, like, once I kind of like navigate what your motivation is,
right?
Then I can figure out if you're somebody that I could, can be in my tutelage, so to speak, right? And then from there, I got to see how dedicated you are, because it's a no sleep, no food, no kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Whereas when I started, I spent all the money I had on equipment, on even when I was able to get a camera and all that, and that's all that mattered.
Right.
If you come into it and you expect it to just like go straight to the moon because you do one or two things, right? Then that's not the right attitude to have. But people have that written all over them as soon as you meet them.
You're right.
And that's not just film, that's anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell in a few conversations. Yeah, like, you could tell in a few conversations if somebody is...
They got it or they don't.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I've sent you some of my edits. You like, nah, bro, you need to do that. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's cool. Like, I'm trying to really learn the shit, right?
And I don't want you out here looking... We represent each other. We're friends, you know what I mean? So it's like, I can't have... if I'm going to repost it, it just can't look like some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
You forgave him that fast? He didn't know what school you went to.
Damn. No, I'm talking about before he said it. This is a conversation that we had before he said
it. So you gonna edit today's show then?
Oh, now you're the real bullshit. You got it?
Yeah, I got it. So what's the going rate for you at this point?
Man, I don't even have no going rate, dog. It's really a matter of like what the project entails.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like bigger stuff from, $100,000, $50,000, $10,000 is like whatever it takes. You know what I mean? I have to match up the cost with the amount of time it takes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, if you called me and I was just on a free day playing on my computer not doing nothing, like, you could get something for the low. You know what I'm saying? Like,
why it's not a drug deal, though?
What?
That sounds like a drug deal.
It kind of is a drug deal, though. You know what I'm saying?
He got a product you want.
Yeah.
You may get it for the low today.
It kind of is. It's unregulated. You know what I'm saying?
Unregulated.
You know what I'm saying? I decide all the prices.
Hey, I don't measure everything. I eyeball it.
There you go.
That might be.
Exactly. So, you know what I mean? There's no real, for me, and it's like I'm an artist first. Mm-hmm. So, like, if you came to me with an idea that I thought was dope and worth the time, then I might not push something out the way that would pay my bills, but I would definitely try to work you in some way so that we can get some dope done. You know what I mean? Now, if you come to me and it's like, I want to do something generic, you might not use those words because you don't know that it's generic. But if somebody came to me and it's like they just want to do something, and to me in my mind it's like, you're not pushing the envelope, that doesn't benefit me. You know what I'm saying? Like the stuff that I charge the most for is the most regular shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If it's something I feel like is pushing my creativity and something that like I can be proud of and show people and be like, look what I did, then you might get that for less. Because I benefit.
I like that.
Exactly.
To challenge and push yourself.
Exactly. But if you just want to like rap and point guns at the camera and
that's your corny.
I'm gonna tax you for that if I do it at all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tax you for that because that's dumb.
So when you work with Ross,
thank you. Tax.
What Ross on, man? What was it like working with Ross?
Oh, he was actually a real good dude, man. He came in and he's a creative too. Just like most stars at that level, it was more or less like that was a feature. He was on LP joint.
Yep.
And so he gave us about 3-4 hours. He didn't give us the whole day, but it was enough time to get what he needed to get done. But he was involved in the process and real easy to work with. Now, I had been around him multiple times after that, and he a real down to earth dude. He just kind of like what you see in the Instagram videos. Yeah. It's like he's exactly, you know what I'm saying, like that. Real good.
What about my boo? Ashanti, let's talk about it. Yeah.
Nah, she good. She great people, man. She super down to earth, real New York chick. New York chick.
How many Ashanti songs you got on your playlist, bro?
All of them.
Okay.
All of them.
Videos too. Right?
All of them. All of them. Yeah, man. So before, I'm on bullshit, man. Yeah.
She be showing off though on the gram. She do. She's gotten up. She's gotten older in her age, and I think social media has allowed her to embrace her post music career. If I can say it like that. Artists are never done. You let them tell it. They never done. They never lose a step, goddammit. But we notice as fans that, hey, you ain't dropping as many albums as you used to. You ain't on as many features as you used to be. So now she's just showing off what God actually gave her. It's like, she really is, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate, because it seems like now more than ever. It seems like now more than ever, man, you catch these stars that aren't in the spotlight anymore, and social media has given them a chance. It's birthed a second career now, a lot of times, to get in there, talk their shit, show off, tell their life experiences, man. And you can learn a lot from what these cats actually went through in the industry or in the athletic world and all this shit, bro.
That's right.
You got anything coming up that we need to know about, work-wise?
No.
Or that you can talk about?
No.
Okay, we'll wait till the camera go off. Don't worry about it.
I'm doing something with Coast, though. Me and Coast,
Coast, what up?
We gonna probably shoot his next season to his show on Fox.
Man Cave?
Okay.
No, not Man. He got a newer show.
What is it?
Fox Soul.
Okay.
He's actually changing the name. It was Kings. So he got a bigger. They're giving him a bigger platform, and we're gonna work on the second season together next month or so.
That's what's up. Hey man, I also saw that there was a mother who gifted her son $10,000 and 3 homes at 16 for his 16th birthday. She's a single mother. She doesn't come from wealth. It's not wealthy at all. But she did it to try to close the generational, what we always talk about, the wealth gap, right? I don't know if his name is just on it or if he's going to be managing it or whatever. But the real point is, by the time he hits 21, 25 years old, I'm sure she'll be managing everything that he is doing up until that point. But that shit is amazing.
Yeah,
it is.
You know what I mean?
I think the story is it's the three properties, right?
Yep, 3.
So 3 properties, 2 of them are rentals, and they already have tenants in it. So all of that income will be collected for him.
Yeah,
right.
The $10,000 was to go to the rehab and restoration of the third, so that they can put tenants in.
Okay.
And I guess his career is not to want to go into real estate, was to be a chef or something. So it's like literally giving him the financial resources as well as showing him a certain level of, like business acumen to say, this is what we can do. This is how you go about doing it. And I guess the little boy, the young man always talked about looking out there, his mom and his little brother. So like, she was like, all right, cool, I got you. And she couldn't think about no other way of doing it outside of the spot that she finally got herself in. Was like, so now this can build and work, which is even a bigger piece than like, and I say not bigger than the generational wealth gap, but like that investment, that singular investment that the mother made into her child, so he can then make that same investment at a point for his younger brother, and it continues to just go in another direction, which is that's
what kind of impact,
the craziest part.
What kind of impact that deposit has on his heart and the strengthening their relationship. My mama fuck with me like this, and all she had to hear was me saying, I got dreams to chase, I want to be somebody, and even if he don't be a chef, if he don't become a chef, he got a fallback. If he keeps up with that, he has a fallback. You know what I'm saying? This is how. I hope also that somehow, some way, in some shape, form, or fashion, that education comes with this. In case he doesn't, may you be a chef, young man. May you succeed. May you have the hottest show on TV, hottest culinary show on TV. But if it doesn't work out for you, hope somehow, some way that he's educated enough to take care of these properties and maybe become a real estate mogul. You know what I'm saying? When somebody gives you, you appreciate it, and you make sure you water that seed so it grows.
But I think that's the one thing we talk about culturally. It's like we all went to major institutions, so you saw the kids that didn't look like us had opportunities to make mistakes.
Yeah,
because it came with a certain amount of financial support
and grace.
So I can make that mistake. So granted, you're right. I hope the young man does everything that he wants to, but what he also has is the opportunity to live and make mistakes, and not the intentional mistake of I'm going to do something completely crazy out of my mind, but like, okay, that didn't work.
He can pivot if he wants to.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the one thing that I think we struggle with providing our kids. We may give you that opportunity and kick open the door, but like, if that's not where you land, then we struggle with being able to provide them with that. And like other communities outside of ours,
we getting there though. We getting there.
You know what I'm saying? We're getting there, and that's why I think this is dope. That this woman, black.
Yep. Go ahead, Queen.
Not, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, provided that. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, how many I played ball with too many cats that messed up every other week, and they didn't blink.
Facts.
No, like,
Facts.
for real, you like, damn, you didn't go to class for how many weeks? You failed how many? Oh, wait, you just got arrested for your how many
They don't even care because they know they got grace.
And they go right back through the whole day like nothing happened.
Yep. Right.
And it's like, wow, we can't do that. We sitting there nervous.
So you passing on all your master cuts to the future generations of noise? That's what you passing on?
I'm trying to start a future generation.
Y'all heard that, ladies.
Yeah, that was actually going to be my question. How have you ducked it all these years, man? Like, you have no children, man. What the fuck is going on, man?
I'm nice, dog. I don't do what to tell you.
One word.
I don't know who the
reckless.
I don't know who the champ.
Reckless.
You a McKinney, bro. Y'all back for the title.
Yeah, it's something.
Not reckless. That's it.
I know y'all out here shooting the club up. How are y'all getting this lucky, man? All this time, man.
Like I just said, reckless.
I'm gonna change it. Hey, I'm gonna give you the number. My dick pill connect, bro. I'm gonna give you the number to my dick pill connect. We're gonna change all that. You know what I'm saying?
You talking about career criminals?
That's too funny, man. All right, well, fuck it, man. Let's go ahead and jump into this bullshit topic, man. I hate.
We got a topic?
Yeah, I hate this bullshit, right? I really do, but I feel like we couldn't not talk. We couldn't not talk about it, right? Is it double negative? Not talk about it.
Not definitely a double negative.
Yeah,
man, shit's line's so blurred. I don't even matter. Just say that shit.
Fuck it.
You got people texting in shorthand now, bro. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say now.
Texting in shorthand.
Yeah, texting in shorthand now, bro. Talking in
shorthand too.
You
don't even know what shorthand is. That's like you.
Hold on, he don't.
Nah, I know what shorthand is, man. Come on, I'm short, man. Fuck you, mean?
Bro,
anything short, I know.
Talking in shorthand.
I say anything short, man. Anything short is me. I'm 5'10" with 10.
Hey, man. You own that one, bro.
You see how I did that? You see how I did that?
You said everything's short as him.
Don't just keep going, dog. Just keep going, dog.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. First of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Hey, I apologize.
You ain't even here. You just kept going with it. You own that one, bro.
Okay. So, do you brothers care about a woman's body count?
Fam, I'm so glad you asked that question. No, I had this conversation the other day. I was actually having it with a woman, and she was trying to understand the body count issue. And it started with Dirk.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's where you
on
pulling it from.
Midnight's game. You know what I mean?
And it's like, and y'all can feel free to disagree, right? But I feel like 95% of men understand what this really is, right? And I'll give you some examples, but I don't think when women hear body count, they hear the surface, which is just like the amount, the number that we would.
Oh, you finna preach, huh?
Care about.
Okay, let's go.
Right? But really what's under that, right, is really the amount of guys that you are likely to have to shake hands with that you care about. Because you know good and very well, if you had to choose between a woman who, you're in Chicago, y'all in Chicago, right?
Right, small circle.
A woman that had, and I ain't gonna go crazy with no stupid numbers, like no
75.
sex worker numbers, right? But but if you had a woman that was like 50 in, right? 50 in.
What's wrong with that?
But she did all the 50 in Arizona and moved to Chicago.
It resets?
I'm not saying it resets. Let me finish.
Okay.
And she moved to Chicago, and you meet her, and y'all vibing, right? And you had the choice between picking her and a girl who had 15, but you knew 7 of them personally.
Ugh.
Which one you choose?
Shit, I'm gonna holler at my guys like, bro, was it good? You know what I'm saying?
They ain't your friends.
Okay. Yeah,
The guys you know.
Yeah, that's tough. Lee, I need a motherfucker to start from zero.
That ain't tough.
Arizona, how you doing?
That ain't tough.
Yeah.
But see, there's no real zero though.
What you said? Of course they don't.
There's no real zero out here,
Go
bro.
ahead, Bossy.
Huh?
Go ahead.
You know what? To me, maybe call me weird, call me what the fuck ever. The 50 or the 15 and 7 I may bump into, dog, to me, it may hurt, but it depends on if I got them two options. My connection with that woman, how I'm vibing with that woman. You know what I'm saying? It really depends on that.
I'm saying all things remaining equal, though. I'm saying all things remaining. Of course, your better connection is the one you're gonna pick, though.
Right. So what? So if it was 50,
I'm saying they both 9s. They both, you know what I'm saying? Like everything remaining equal. Which one?
You said they both 9s.
Whatever you think. Wait,
I want a 5. Don't want a 5.
If you want 2 5s, you got a 10. Okay, 2 5 to the dime. Whatever that is.
I did a lot better than yours.
No, you know what? You would logically, man, anybody, because of our pride, we would choose to be with the woman who we don't know. You know, none of her body count.
But that's what I'm saying.
We don't know.
The point is not the number.
Yeah,
that's
the point. The point is the likelihood of how many times you gonna shake hands with niggas that hit your chick.
Come on, had a bit over the balcony.
That's the likely. That's
yelling out Wakanda forever.
I don't even think I move it in the likelihood of knowing the cats that him. I think most men, selfishly, and like Bossy said, to pride and ego, we gonna try to attempt to rate performance and everything else. Like, and
why are we so stupid though?
And that's what's gonna put most dudes.
We stupid as hell.
Like, listen, dudes are crazy superficial.
Cool. Facts.
You get what I'm saying? So
except for me.
So except for the most superficial.
Right, exactly.
So I think that's where to go to. I think when the number game come up, right? So you say the shorty that got 50 in Arizona, she tell me it's 50 in Arizona. Or shorty that got 15 in Chicago, and I know 7 of them. The only thing that's gonna make Chicago difficult is like I'm a be like in a
you well known here though.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be super.
That's all I'm saying.
But no. And to my point, that doesn't mean so then arrogance going to the other side. I'm gonna fuck about the other 70 or half a million others. Like I'm cold. So shit, it's me.
70.
Whatever the number would be.
Right. 700.
No.
All right.
I can't know a TikTok down the hallway.
It's an insecurity thing then.
Exactly.
It's insecurity.
Of course, I'm not justifying it.
So that's what I was saying. Like, I think if I got the likelihood of shaking your hand, my concern is going to be like, damn, you smashed my girl.
Kurt.
I'm going to be more like, shit, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but why would you want to know a woman's body count anyway, though? That's my question.
I don't want to fucking know.
I've never asked that.
I think it's weird when a woman volunteers her body count. To me, I think that's weird. I didn't ask you that. What are you telling me for? What do you hide? What do you feel guilty about?
You had that happen before?
Yeah.
Motherfucker just say, I'm a hoe.
People, okay, maybe not that fashion.
You walk up and say, you a hoe?
I don't fuck garden tools, okay? I try to be intelligent, but that's not. That's so fucking lame. But, yeah. No, it's okay, though.
Promiscuous women.
I've had a woman tell me, hey, I know so-and-so. I'm like, okay, I know him too. Well, no, I know him. I'm like, motherfucker, I tried you out. Yeah, I know him too, but what are you talking? You know what I'm saying? I know him too, so what? You know what I'm saying? No, but I know. I'm like, who asked you that? What are you trying to tell me? Are you trying to say my pride, my insecurity, trying to see how I'm gonna feel about it, or not act funny, or way down the future? Look here, boo. Don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me nothing.
It's understandable.
She could be saying that in a way to prevent the negative rap because you don't know how the other guy may respond.
You could be in the other guy.
Yeah, you're like, hey, I know so.
I whoop ass and I'm strapped. What the fuck I do respond? If you want to fight me over something you already had, bro, you're super lame.
It ain't gotta be that though. It ain't gotta go straight to the violence though.
Listen, bro, man. But if he's scared, he don't act a certain way when he see us together, bro. I gotta be ready for that bullshit though.
To the point I said about pride and ego, and all we doing is comparing that. Like I say, Michael Mom said to some like real.
So is she telling you that his dick bigger than yours?
On either side.
Did she say his dick bigger than yours?
You know how many dudes will fall out over that?
Like, I know, yeah, they stupid. So why would you ask? Why would you want to know that shit? Though is my thing, baby. Why would you tell me that? And trust me, I would not ask you that shit. I don't give a fuck.
Do you think women care about a man's body count?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
A little bit.
Yes. Like a little bit like this much. See, he been nice.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
They can. But it don't prevent them from fucking
with you.
But okay, so here's
a 1 to 10.
Here's the real question though.
Like a 5 or a 6.
That's a different conversation though. They want to know. It ain't so much about the body count to me. It's about will you be honest about the chicks you slept with, because a lot of times, especially in Chicago, the world is so small. You're going to be at one of these restaurants, these 5-star restaurants eating, and one of these festivals, and one of these hot bars or little dive bar lounges that everybody to go to, and you go see somebody you fucked with. And women, I don't know what the fuck it is. Their gut is always wrong, but they got the spider sense.
Wrong.
They gut, because if their gut was right, they play the fucking lottery. You know what I'm saying? But they all get the spider sense, bro. They can tell when you kind of fuck with a chick before. They can kind of tell, I'm like, dude, what do y'all get this shit from? But you right. I'm not going to tell you right, but you right.
I mean, shit, we can tell when they fuck a nigga though. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can tell.
I must be stupid then. I don't know shit.
You don't see that shit?
I don't even want to know.
No, it's blatant.
I'll condition myself. Unless you come up and grab her booty, I don't know. I don't fucking know, bro.
I think that go to your. I think that's like. I think every man is in a space where they.
You're a Baptist. You're a Baptist.
Let me look up. Nah, I think that's like what dude was saying, man. I think the conversation it'll grow legs because like every man is gonna take something out of it. Like your sense of comfort in who you are, you like I don't really give a fuck. And like if Buddy want to go here with it, go that with it. If Shorty want to rock with me, she want to, she want to. So like you saying, well, I don't think a woman really cares. So if I'm honest, upfront, genuine with her, I'm still gonna get my shot. So like the number thing kind of turns into this loose comfort, so to speak. Like I have to be able to say I have a comfort in knowing where my woman has been or what she has done, or a woman saying I know where my man has been, I know what my man has done, and like that's what we all want. You know what I'm saying? To a certain degree.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? So like I think that's it. But like at the end of the day, like how cliche how I do like, oh, could you date a stripper or some shit like that?
Yeah.
But a lot
of tricks you do in the pole, you better do shit in the bedroom.
But then the idea goes to the level of promiscuity that's associated. Not saying that
right, it's not true.
So exactly. So again, what a man does, like, oh man, it's every 4 nights out of the week, she's seeing how many dudes are seeing that. Like, it really wouldn't matter, bro.
I'm going to every show with 200 ones too. Bring your ass over here.
She took you on vacation with a stack of ones.
Flew me out, baby. Come on.
Yeah, but like, you know what I'm saying? I think all that is where it's at. And I think every man's going to approach it different. And I think that's the plus for the women is that they don't necessarily hone into that. Like, they have a balance of where they want.
You need to be a little seasoned, though.
Why'd you say a little bit, though?
That women
only care a little bit.
Oh, I just life experience, man. Really, I mean, I don't know how their brains work exactly, but
we'll never know.
It's just more or less like they would like in a woman's world. It's kind of like he's mine now.
Yeah,
and most of them.
Why can't we think like that?
I don't.
And that's what I was saying. Like a dude that really is comfortable in that, it wouldn't matter.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
It's not a black and white. We know it's not a black and white thing. So everybody up here got confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even when I was explaining that, it's like I feel that way, right? But that doesn't detract from how I felt about women in my past, though. Like, I'm asking about body counts and whatever.
Yeah, he not dogging y'all.
It's just a matter of having thought about the idea and why we do the things that we do.
So are we saying we're not wifing someone with a high body count?
I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying that.
Like I said,
I just told you.
What's your favorite meal? She cooked at the fucking best, bro. She got 200 bodies on her
The
count.
number don't really matter.
She rubbed your feet. She stroked your ego because you like your ego stroke, bro.
I'm
goddamn right.
So you gonna marry her?
Me personally, I just don't want to be in a room often with a bunch of niggas.
He said often.
Right.
To that point, like, I think that's.
You know what I'm
but what I say, comfort. That's like a comfort.
Yeah.
I want to comfortably be able to know I'm good when I go there.
Right.
She good if she goes.
Bro, everybody has sex, bro. Like it is what the fuck it is.
That's true shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
woman ever told y'all that somebody else was bigger than y'all?
I ain't had that.
I'm good out here in the streets.
I've had it before. It's okay.
Did you ask her? She just volunteered that. Like, how does that come up? How does that come up, bro?
She volunteered that.
How does another man's dick size come up, bro?
Because I tried to get some more. And she was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go back with Buddy." I'm like, "Damn,
Jesus Christ!"
I cried in the closet at home. Nobody saw me cry, but it's cool. You know?
Wait a minute, man.
She said, "Ain't no half on the crabs."
That shit is trash, bro.
No more.
Listen, but
what?
Yeah. And I'm glad you rebounded from that because I'm telling you. That hasn't gone well for us brothers. I'm just saying. Let me
back in my prime too. Oh, she was back in my prime. I was killing it. She was like, "Nah, I'm cool." So what I'm gonna do? Yeah, hey, look here. Wasn't no strap nowhere around.
Oh shit!
Listen, I'm glad you rebounded, bro, and your confidence is immense. Like Jesus, you're the guy that took every shot you wanted to take. You never saw a shot you didn't want to take. You J.R. Smith. You know what I'm saying? You J.R. Smith on the box. Hey,
J.R. Smith on the box.
I'm shooting it again.
That's funny.
But
too funny.
That's part of that's a nail in the coffin for some dudes.
It
man.
is though. It is.
That's a nail in the coffin.
Going back to
people wonder why, Joe. And people wonder why I will go to my Arabian guy in Berkeley and grab a motherfucker power pellets. Don't have it happen to me again, buddy. Look here.
Power
pellets, bro.
Oh shit!
The Flintstone vitamin.
Listen, man, like this, that's crazy. But like, yeah, I'm glad you rebounded, bro.
Yeah, I don't think the numbers really. I don't think the number itself really matters. Whether it's 50, 60, 70.
It shouldn't matter.
If it was only 5, but I had to work with 1 and had to see 2 and 3 every other day. I'm straight on that.
It's
I'm
funny.
super straight on that.
It's super funny how people say love who you love until it come to body count. Then motherfuckers get all finicky and picky. Like, nah, you got one too many. Bitch, I got 11 bodies. I got one too many for you. Fuck out of here.
What's the one too many?
What's the acceptable body count limit? What's acceptable?
We ain't never had that conversation.
Okay. All right. So let's.
Listen.
I think at this age, right? Let's say our age
Who
now.
is up here?
I think we have had that.
I'm 43.
Yeah, I'm 43. 42.
You born?
I'm July.
I'm November. So yeah, you old. You old as hell.
When your shit?
April.
Oh yeah, y'all old.
Yeah. So Kurt, you the older. So you start.
Okay.
He said okay.
What's a suitable number? If we act like we care about the number, what's the suitable number?
You meet a woman that's your same age.
Yes,
right
now.
So moving forward,
you meet a 40-year-old woman,
40 plus.
It can't be all the old block. I'm gonna start there.
I'm not even gonna put it. I'm not. Because I'm gonna assume that she's probably went to college, she's traveled, she probably has lived in the same space. So like
anybody that you would be interested in, right?
Yeah, my space is gonna be a completely
nothing.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, what he was saying was like
your environment is going to be, you're going to try. So I'll say this.
Yeah, take a deep breath.
Because you, like, let's say honest age, and some of us are not going to be able to say this is an honest age. Let's say she started having sex at 18.
Okay.
Right?
No, let's say it's 16. Let's say it's 16.
I say because at 18.
Everybody fucking in high school.
For majority of women.
Majority of women start fucking in high school, bro.
No,
it's some 18-year-olds in high school.
I'm gonna stop because
high school.
This is gonna go. This is gonna go bad because two of y'all have known me for a long time.
Yes, fucking dirtbag.
Two of y'all know me for a long time, so I'm not gonna say that.
I think you're right.
So I'm saying
17, 18. Okay, that's the average.
So you
some
start
after some before.
So you go. Let's say from 18 to 38. That's 20 years, right?
Mm-hmm. No, you better give us that 5 extra
years. No, I'm
years.
just saying 18 to 30, 20. So I'm figuring college. You give her 2.
2 what?
Bodies? I give her 2 bodies in college.
Hell no.
I give her 2 bodies in college.
Boy, that's when the real fucking happens in college.
Is she at an all-girl college?
Did she drop out?
No, I get it.
You must know about 3.
Listen,
okay, at least.
Listen. Facts.
If I give her, I'm saying give. Like, that means I can accept it.
Right? She graduated?
Okay, no. He said she graduated.
She did the whole 4 years?
Right. She in a sorority.
Let me do my math.
Go.
Let me do my math. Because this is what I think. I think women after college accelerate their numbers, not during college. From what I've seen, like that.
I agree with that.
From their first professional job to like their first real relationship, if it doesn't carry over, they're putting 2 a year on at times during that span because they moving around a little more. So like that's what I'm saying. I give them 2 to 3 in college. Okay. So now we talking. So 3, 6. I would say you could be the 9 or 10 by the time you're 40. 9 or 10 is a light number by 40.
It's in the freezer.
Okay,
you said
I think 9 to 10 by 40 is a light number. And if you got kids already by 40, that number already finna get a asterisk next to it. You know what I'm saying? If you got
asterisk like the short of the season.
Yeah, bro. You got.
What's your number, bro? Give me your number. Give me your number.
The bubble championship got an asterisk next to it.
He said she had to sit down for a second.
Yeah, she was down for the game. You know what I'm saying? For a short count. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna say 10 to 12.
So she got benched. All right, bad.
I'm gonna say 10 to 12 by 40. By 40, 10 to 12 is. I can walk away with 10 to 12 at 40.
All right,
we started at 18, right?
Started at 18.
I'm just saying 10 to 12.
Now, is your answer just what you think the average would be? Or
I'm not saying I would accept another number. I'm just saying in my head, if she said 15, I'm not going to look like I'm going to lose my mind.
Right. I got you.
If she said 7, I'm not going to call her a liar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I'm going to say. But like, if it ain't going to go out of my head. But in my head, I'm thinking like, she at least been with 10, 12.
Bro, I'm with you.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like easy in the door, 10 to 12.
My number is 20, bro.
That's cool.
My number is 20. I think that's more likely to have actually happened because if we're talking college, let's say you start fucking in high school. You probably didn't fuck that many in high school, right? You just started fucking in high school, right? You get to college, that's when you really getting it in. You spend 4 years there, right?
Experiment there in college.
I know a lot of chicks that really
sex off drugs.
You know,
right? But no, check it out.
Got their boyfriend in college.
Now you're talking about let's say she did have a relationship and got pregnant, right? Was with the baby daddy for however long, had a relationship. After that relationship is over, right? Now they got to get back into their whole bag, right? Their whole phase, right? You're doing at least 3 a year until you settle back down.
I said 2 to 3 a year. I said that 2 to 3 a year.
20 is a good number.
From 18 to 38 is 20. You got? That's 1 a year for you.
Yeah.
I did the math in my head. So 18 to 38, I'm giving them 2 a year.
I'm giving them 3.
I'm giving 2 a year. That's 40.
So you're easy at 40 to 45.
That's 40 to 45 because I ain't counted one night stands yet.
That's crazy.
Bro, we live in a world where everybody people out here having sex.
If you're gonna say the 45 is your average number,
to infinity and beyond, goddamn, y'all saw Buzz Lightyear, motherfucker, goddamn it, people out here, they out here fucking, Joe.
Yeah,
they out here fucking. Depending on what college you went to, what? Some colleges are hypersexual,
and that's what I'm gonna say too. Depending on where you've lived, where you've been,
thinking face on.
No, where you've lived. You know, the college that you go to. I think Chicago would be relevant. It's a major city.
45, 50 is way too much for me.
We saw grown men. Funny as hell, you on the show. We saw grown men picking up these high school girls in our school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I almost got my heart broken.
I did.
I'm like, who page your number is that?
Who was that driving that car on Billups?
Like, who page number is that for real? Like, are we really doing this? But no.
45 to 50 is too much. That's enough, bro.
You know what? You said that's like an average kind of number?
That's what I'm asking. Is that your average number or your high number?
No, that's an average number for me, bro.
You think 45 is average?
I won't put 45 or 50 past a person, bro. And in 20 years?
What?
I wouldn't put it past a person, bro. You think people out here fucking one person a year?
Women? Yeah.
Yes, one person a year.
Women, yeah.
Nah, I'm giving
I think
them 2.
women after about 30 can slow it down.
I'm giving them 2,
Men after
bro.
30 try to speed it up.
Hold on, we had a show. We had a show.
I'm serious. Like,
No, we had a show. We had a live show at 16th Street, bro. And these chicks said they got 4 dudes in their life at one time. Am I lying or not?
No, it's facts.
Bro, 4 dudes a year. So
I'm not knocking that, but that's not
So
average.
I mean, easy. If you go on,
that's average.
If you go on 4 dudes in their life at one time over 20 years, bro, you clocking 40 easy. That's on the low side.
Now, this is the thing. This is the thing. We as men, like being.
I don't care if you wild, baby. I love you. Don't worry about it.
Being like numbers oriented, you know what I mean? We kind of like doing the math a little too straight.
Okay. That's what
in the sense that like it's not gonna be 2, 3 a year. That's just not how life works.
You use something like an average though.
You know what I'm saying? I feel what you're saying, but
there's no way in hell I'm gonna make a comparison off of my numbers to what I think somebody else.
Because some dudes don't get no action.
But I'm sure y'all have conversations with female friends, right? And not necessarily about their body counts, but more or less about sex life in general, right? And I know you know women that are hypersexual. And I know you know women that go a year or 2 without having no sex at all, right?
Yeah.
Right? You also know women that are right in between, and you know women who are serial monogamous.
Serial daters.
No. Like I'm saying, like they go from relationship to relationship to relationship.
I call that serial dating though, because like they really ain't.
Y'all saying the same shit though.
Yeah, I'm just saying I'm with this guy for 6 months. I'm with that guy for 6 months.
I'm saying they're giving titles like relationship.
Oh, they gonna actually claim the homie for that
I'm saying
term.
jumping from relationship to relationship. Whereas like I was with him for 3 years. I was with him for 2. I was with him for 6. We talking about a 38-year-old woman now.
Yeah.
Right? I was with my baby daddy for 6, 7 years. Right?
Not to mention how she maybe have cheated. You know what I mean?
Wow. Maybe.
It happens.
But what I'm saying is that like, so in that 38, she could have been with 3 dudes in 9 years.
And they friends.
Not because she just like a church girl, but because she was
they
in
fucked the most.
Which gives credence to my number. That's what I'm saying. I think there's a space where it can build up or be down.
I'm saying your number and what
20
you're
is
saying,
good for me. 20 is good.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's more.
What about my number?
Your number is trash.
Wow. And I'm not saying that ain't no women got no 40s. I'm not saying
average
that.
though. Like I don't think you'll find that on average.
Well, the question started off was, what's the number for you?
Okay.
To you.
You're right.
40 is a lot, man.
40 is a lot, bro.
CarMax pussy.
That's a lot.
CarMax pussy, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's slightly used. You know what I'm saying? But it's still quality.
She gotta go with the CarFax.
Hey, man, that whole fax is real, man.
It's real, man.
I definitely think that there's a whole slew of women, right, who have a lot of sex, but not a lot of sexual partners. I think we leaving them out.
Oh yeah,
because
they're not important.
Because you can have a woman who bounce back and forth, or whatever, and it could be the same 3 dudes for 3-4 years.
Yeah, I like what you did.
know
That's a rap bar. Bounce back and forth talking about sex. Wow.
But you get what I'm saying though. You get what I'm saying though. Is that like they can definitely have a lot of sex.
Yeah.
But it just ain't got to be a new nigga every week.
So why is it cool for us to have a high ass body count, not cool for women to have a high body count?
I don't think it's cool. I just think it's become
society has perpetuated this standard that it's okay for men to have a higher body count because we're trying to see
it's a
we have to pick and choose from the
society.
best. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
So like, and I think that's where when we talk about
they say directors get most action too. That's fucked up. They say the directors get the most action. They fuck up the numbers, bro.
you want to part?
Especially ones with no children and got the bag.
Yeah, they skew with the numbers, man. You're making us look bad.
He can't be that regular. He can't be that regular.
Strategic,
man.
Strategic.
We ain't up here just shitting on women, bro. We having a real conversation.
The numbers is the number
about
conversation is real. I think dudes will be on BS with their own numbers for all the things I said before. You know, pride, ego, the lack of attention that they may have received, and they're inflated on another side. And I think that's all those points and all those different points.
Did you have catch-up sex at some point?
Yeah, because like think of the late bloomer.
Oh, man, I won't get no action in high school. We had a conversation at one point. You know, I won't get no action back in high school. I was playing basketball, not because I couldn't get action, but I loved basketball. I went pretty far with it, you know what I'm saying? But when I realized that women thought I looked good, well, look here. We got questions about that?
I'm just saying, because you played basketball, bro. I played 2 sports too.
Yeah, but I was focused on basketball. You folks on hell no, you folks on beat motherfuckers up and running 28 after 8 yards of carry. What you doing, bro?
Yeah. On phone now. Come on, phone.
Bro, you know
that was you was on, phone.
Real talk, though. I didn't see women. I didn't see girls the way I see it now. I didn't, bro. I thought, look, this is my ticket. When I get hold on, this is my thought too though. When I get famous and make the NBA, I hope Kenya Moore's still available. That was my thought back then. I loved some Kenya Moore back then.
Kenya Moore.
You know what I'm saying? This is my real thought. I'm being genuine here.
It was Shanice, bro.
Bro, for real.
She got the flex. Well, I'm like, you was
Shanice was nice.
I'm like, shit, man. And then she got all this bullshit happening. I didn't make it as far as I wanted to make it in basketball. And then, you know, women say, hey, man, you look good now. You're not 5'7" no more. Or you're not 6'3", 6'5". Now you got muscle.
I don't think you were ever 5'7". I feel like you just skipped and went to 6'5". Like,
bro,
I don't remember you 5'7".
No, I got the lane my junior year. When I left Weber, I was 5'7", the end of my sophomore year. My mom is 5'10". I was shorter than her. I said, I'm going to give up basketball. I ain't going to be worth nothing. Dog, that summer, I went from 5'7" to 6'3". I said, yep, it's on.
That's crazy.
It's on.
I'm still waiting on my growth spurt, man. It's fucked up out here.
Give it up.
Stop drinking that 1800, bro.
No, sir.
Give the motherfucker Pignacle.
Hey, look, man.
The French version.
Hey, look, it's the Corner Convo, man. Episode 90, man. It's been a ball. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Brother, can they get your info? Not your number, but, you know, how can they reach you? You want to get your socials out? Or I know you booked and busy, so maybe you don't want nobody to reach.
If you want to see his previous work, you know what I'm saying? Don't call or haggle him or hassle him, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to check out what he's about, man. Check out a master at his craft, bro. How can they find you?
Find me on the gram, on the Snapchats, on the Facebooks, on all social media, everything from everything.
Right.
Black Noise, NOYZ, BLACK, NOYZ on everything. Gravity Films on YouTube, GRAVITIIIFILMS.
That's what it is, man. It's the Corner Combo, man. Episode 90, man. We here. We out.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden. We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights. So the only thing we're going to get is oppression.
We on the corner.